Hi, I'm Natalia Levy. I'm the founder of Healthy in 10, and I want to welcome you to today's episode. Super excited. I'm a mom, and for all of you moms watching, happy coming Mother's Day. And I'm a mom of a teenager, but I'm also a mom of a very fluffy, furry baby. I have a 7-year-old Samoyed that is always under my feet somewhere. She's currently outside so that her hair doesn't actually get into the food that we have on set today. So today I want to show you something really fun. So it's sort of a culinary arts and crafts class. I want to show you how to make a pineapple vase edible flower arrangement that looks just like that. Not only can you gift this to your mom for Mother's Day, but also why don't you bring it to your friend's house party or a birthday party? It is just such a special and really fun edible gift. So let's get started. The first thing that I want to remind you about, as I usually am pretty persistent with reminders of food safety and sanitation, kitchen safety, is make sure that you wash all of your melons, your watermelons, your honeydew, your cantaloupe, and also the pineapple itself. Because all of these fruits and melons, and they have been traveling to get to your kitchen, to get to your table, to get to your workstation today, and you don't know what they have been touching. So no matter what, always wash your fruit. And I want to now discuss and show you all the different tools that we'll be using. So we obviously need a nice sturdy cutting board. And under the cutting board, I usually put a piece of wet paper towel so that the cutting board doesn't slide as we work on it. I use this little bit of a wavy type cutter, and you'll see it's for these melon chunks. We'll need skewers, we'll need a pair of scissors, because we're going to be cutting our skewers at different lengths so that it creates more of the dimension and texture for our arrangement. And I also use toothpicks, and you'll see for what. And I have different types of cookie cutters. I have little teeny hearts, little teeny flowers. And then I have this set. I've had this for ages, probably for 15-20 years. And this is a set of all different size of flower cookie cutters and a melon baller. But we're going to be replicating this one right here. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing that we want to do is take our pineapple that we just washed and cut the top. And do not worry about what it's going to look like, because we have a way to cover everything up and make it look so pretty. So now we have this pineapple. Now you could technically use the whole pineapple. If you use the whole pineapple, then we would just cut the bottom off and it would just stand this way. Or if you want, you could actually cut this pineapple exactly in half and you could make 2 arrangements out of it. So it depends on how you want it to look. So this one is actually that we have is cut in half. And you can use the bottom part either to make 2 arrangements, or if you want to make a smoothie bowl or a smoothie or a juice, so you can do that. So for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to cut a little bit off the bottom so that we have more height. And then you want to kind of gauge and make sure that it's pretty straight. So I felt like it was sitting on an angle. So now it looks like it's gonna sit pretty straight. Okay, so I'm using just this clear plastic plate, and we set the pineapple on the plate. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is let's look at what different types of fruit that we have going into this arrangement. So we have fresh strawberries, we have grapes, we have cantaloupe, we have honeydew, and watermelon. So 5 different fruits. Okay, so let's start with working with our melons. So what I want to do with this cantaloupe is create little wedges, and that's why we were using the wavy cutter. So I'll show you how we do that. So we are going to put our melon just on the side here, and we're going to just cut the top of it. Okay. And I'm going to grab a spoon and get these seeds out here. Okay, and now I'm going to take the skin off. So if you have any green parts, you can just trim them out. Okay, and we cut the top very gently. Okay, so now we have the top of this cantaloupe. Kind of looks like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to place this wavy cutter right in through the center. So you can see, I'll move this over. So right in the center, and then we're going to create these wedges. So it looks just like that. You see how much prettier that it looks when it's a curved edge? We're going to make a few. So my intention here is to prep everything, and then we're going to be arranging. So we have our wedges, our cantaloupe wedges, and with the rest of the cantaloupe, you can use the melon bowler and scoop out the little balls that we will use for the side decoration. Okay, next what we're going to be working with is this melon. So I want to create flowers with a melon, but as we know, right through the center of the melon we have this cavity that is filled with seeds. So we have the top and the top. So place one of the ends towards you, and we're going to slice a little bit off, and then we're going to probably about 1 centimeter, which is, somebody give me a rough translation, centimeters to inches, probably ½ an inch size. We're going to slice right through so that we get the body of the melon itself so that we can make flowers with it. Okay, and the width of this really just so that we can place the skewer through it and right through the flowers. So we do them on one side, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and we're going to reserve this melon. Like I said, you can make a fruit salad with this. You can use the leftover fruit for so many different purposes. Okay, and now we have our slices of melon. And we're going to use our cookie cutters, our flower cookie cutters. So let's see how many we can get out of this. You can use a larger one for larger flowers. Okay, so we'll have a few. So this is gonna look so pretty. It's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited. Can you imagine your mom's face when she sees this? So these get a little bit stuck in this, so I just use my skewer to get them down. All right, so we have different size flowers going on. And next, we are going to make, and use the rest of the melon also to scoop out so that we have cantaloupe balls. As you can see on the edge of this arrangement, we are going to surround it with little balls so that it looks kind of like like a fun necklace that is going on around the pineapple. So just make a few of these. These are really fun, and especially if you have any kids, the kids would probably really appreciate a fruit salad that is made with so many different flowers and hearts and whatever it is whatever other cookie cutters that you might have. But for the purposes of this, we're making our gorgeous fruit flower bouquet. Okay, and now I have my melon, so I'm going to create little tiny hearts out of the melon. So we're just going to use this section just the same way as we did with the, let's see, might need to cut a little bit more through. Just the same way as we did with the melon. So this is a seedless watermelon. So we're going to cut a little bit off the side of it and get a few little hearts just for the top of it. Oh my gosh, this looks already so cute. And we didn't even start putting it together. Might get one last one out of this one. Okay. All right, so now we have all of our fruit, and I have my strawberries already washed, and all we do with the strawberries is just take the stems off, and we're about ready to start assembling. Okay, so we're getting ready to start assembling. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create this sort of a necklace of melons around this pineapple. So I'm using toothpicks, very easy. We're going to place one in, and we're going to put the melon ball right on top. This way, when we start with it first, when I did it the first time, I actually did not start with it, and that was my mistake. So please don't make my mistake. And let's see if we can get them a little bit closer. All right, and we're going to go all the way around. So just figure out your spacing. There we go. So look how cute, just this part alone, it looks adorable. And don't worry about making it perfect or not perfect. It's a pretty good circle. So this is where we start building up the height. So the tallest things, the highest things in our arrangements will be these grape skewers. So pretty simple. We just put a bunch of grapes on top of the skewer. You start usually with larger ones, and then keep putting them on. I ended up 1, 2, 3 with about 7 grapes on each skewer. And I love the red grapes in this arrangement because I feel like they add that gorgeous color, that burgundy. So we have 5 of these, so we can place them kind of around the top that we cut off. And again, don't worry about being super perfect. You can move things around a little bit later. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to add is our melon wedges. So for this, we're going to make them a little bit shorter. So we're going to take our long skewers and we're going to trim them a bit. Yeah, without any accidents in the kitchen, possibly. I find that these dull ends, they actually go into the pineapple pretty well. So don't worry, we're going to use the sharp tops to actually put our fruit in. And we're going to use the dull ends that'll go right into the pineapple. So we're going to place these in between our grapes. Okay, you see it's already starting to look so cute. Now let's cut our sticks and add some of these beautiful flowers in. And we have different heights, different sizes of these flowers. So we're gonna, again, let's make these a little bit shorter. So we get the flowers in. So when you put the stick in, try to go about 3/4 of the way through. So we're gonna put these around. So like I mentioned to you before, the beauty of this arrangement is having the fruit placed at different heights. If you are on a budget, to make this probably cost about half of the price of buying one in the store. Okay, and then you just kind of judge to see if it looks pretty full, then we are good. And now what we do is the fun part. We're going to place our watermelon hearts right on top. Look how cute this looks. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. And this smells amazing too from all the fresh fruit. So we have our watermelon hearts there. We're gonna place a few strawberries. I'm actually going to put the flower in here. I am so in love with this arrangement. Let's add another strawberry around here. And now you just see what else do you want to add somewhere. So we can add another strawberry. A couple of strawberries on this end. And I think this looks pretty darn amazing. So what the last thing that we need to do to make this, of course, if you feel like it, you can add some more fruit to this, but you don't have to. This is so pretty, so beautiful. So the last thing that we can do is create this kind of a grassy area just by adding fresh mint leaves. And that'll cover all of the sticks that we have. So get rid of that naked feeling. This is so, so beautiful. Oh my God, this mint is amazing. It smells so good. If you could only smell it through the camera. Don't worry about making this perfect. This can be kind of placed in here. This is our fruit forest. Because by the time we finish with this, it's going to look just stunning. And your mom is going to be so excited, or your friends, or your neighbors, or whoever you decide to bring this arrangement to. Check this out. And then, so if you have some leftovers of this going on, of the mint and of the fruit, you can add it to water and make spa water, because this is all just smells incredible. And it's done. There we go. This is our finished, gorgeous flower arrangement. Now, we have some fruit left over, so make a fruit salad with it. I'm sure that anybody who you give this arrangement to will so appreciate the time and the effort that you put in creating it. If you love this video, I would be so, so grateful if you subscribe to the channel, give us a like, and tell your friends about this. And I invite you to live a deliciously healthy life. Thank you.